Hello, we are continuing the tremolo picking theme this week, and as if those fun exercises that I gave you last week weren't fun enough, this week I've got even more fun, if that's possible, in the shape of a little tremolo picking piece of actual music that I've put together. Now, this piece of music is a little study that's designed to showcase the tremolo picking technique. It's designed to give you a thorough tremolo picking workout, whilst being a bit more interesting than just going through scales and drills along to a metronome. Valuable though that kind of thing certainly is. Now, as a bonus for you, my gentle viewers, I've lovingly put together a backing track which I'm going to make available completely free to you on my website. I'll put a link to that just underneath this video. Now, if you've not seen last week's video and you're new to tremolo picking, then you might like to check that out first, because there I just give you some basic technical pointers to get you started with the technique. But if you're happy with all of that stuff, then let's press on and get into this tremolo picking piece of music. So we're in the key of E minor for this one, and the whole piece is in the surf rock kind of style. And as I said, it really does provide a great tremolo picking workout. We're going to be tremolo picking on every string of the guitar. We're going to be moving up and down the fretboard as well. So before we get into the specifics, I just want to give you a general sense of the shape and the harmony of the piece. So key of E minor, and it's all based around the 1, 4 and 5 chords in that key. So we've got E minor is the 1 chord, A minor is the 4 chord, and we've also got some B7, which is the 5 dominant chord in that key. Now we've got a 16 bar form which I play through twice. The first time through I'm tremolo picking on the lower strings, and then the second time through I'm tremolo picking on the higher strings, playing a very similar kind of a melody. As far as the tempo of this piece goes, I thought long and hard about what tempo I should record the backing track in, and in the end I decided on 170 BPM, and that's because it's quite a fast tempo, but it's not ridiculously fast. And I'm tremolo picking with a kind of 16th note rhythm, and I think 16th notes at 170 BPM is attainable by most of you, I would think, with a bit of practice. So as I said in the previous video, you can work your way up to that tempo, but I don't think it's ridiculously fast. Of course, if it is too fast to start with, you've got a couple of options. You can go down to a smaller subdivision. So instead of 1E and a 2E and a 16th note subdivision, you could go down to triplets, or even start with 8th notes and then gradually work your way up to 16th notes. Another option you've got is to change the speed of the backing track, and that's something that you can easily do when you're watching something on YouTube, or there are some other apps available where you can fine-tune the speed of a backing track so that you can get it to match your current technical level. On into the piece then, and the first 4 bars are played over an E minor chord, and all of the notes I'm playing are taken from the chord, so we're playing chord tones here. So we're starting off with an E note, and we're playing a bar's worth of 16th notes on that low E string. So we're going 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. And all of the technical stuff that I spoke about last week concerning tremolo picking applies here. So try and stay relaxed, try and keep your movements to a minimum and really efficient. Then we're moving to the G note at the 3rd fret, up to B at the 7th fret, and then up to E at the 12th fret. So we've really just got the root, the flat 3rd, the 5th, and the root of an E minor chord. I don't think it particularly matters which finger you're playing those notes with. I think I'm tending to use my 2nd finger, but really any finger will work with something like this. So that's the first 4 bars. Now the harmony is changing to A minor for a couple of bars, and I'm just playing an open A string, and then this C note at the 3rd fret on the A string. Then the harmony's going back to E minor, and I'm playing a B at the 2nd fret, and then E at the 7th fret. again, playing each note 16 times, 4 beats of 16th notes on each of these notes. So second 4 bars. The harmony is now changing to a B7, and I'm moving on to the D string. I'm playing the first fret, a D sharp, and then an F sharp at the 4th fret. Harmony changes back to A minor, and I'm playing the 7th fret. It's an A, up to a C at the 10th fret. So that's the next 4 bars. And then the last 4 bars of the first half of the piece, we're playing a B at the 9th fret, and then 5th fret is a G, that's over E minor, and then we've got 2 final bars on B7. So now I'm playing the D sharp, this time at the 6th fret on the A string, and finishing at the 7th fret on the low E. That's a B note there. So we'll be putting the tab to this up on my website and on my Patreon page, so if I'm going a little bit too quickly for you today, then you might like to check that out. On into the second half, and really I'm doing a very similar thing, but going an octave higher and playing on the higher strings of the guitar. So we're kicking off on the D string, and we're back to the E minor harmony, and I'm just playing this. So again, it's the root, flat, 3rd, 5th, and root of E minor. It's the 2nd fret, 5th, 9th, 14th fret, this time on the D string. And then chord is changing to A minor. I'm onto the G string, playing this A note here at the 2nd fret, up to the 5th fret, then down to the 4th fret and the 9th fret. Then we're onto a B7 chord, and I'm playing so starting at the D sharp, 4th fret on the B string, and I'm just going up in 3 fret jumps really. So and then finally we're coming down really an E minor arpeggio, I think we're going. So this is 7th fret on the top string, then 8th fret on the B, 9th fret on the G, 9th fret on the D, and then the last 2 bars we've got 9 on the A, 6 on the A, and then a little walk down, all on the low E string there. So 7, 5, 3, 2, and then back to the low E string, and you can go round once again. So that's pretty much what we're dealing with here. Just one thing that I think I'm doing when I'm performing it at speed is sometimes at the end of phrases I'm just playing a quarter note instead of sixteenths, and I think that just gives you a little bit of a breather from the tremolo picking, and it allows you to kind of reset and get back down the neck to start the melody on the next string. So to give you an example of that, so from the top of the piece, at the end of each of the 4 bars I'm just playing 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4, and the same here. 1, 2, 3. So I think it's okay just to let the note hang at the end of the phrase to buy you a little bit of time and give your tremolo picking hand a bit of a breather as well. That's about it. Let me finish. I'm going to give you a slow playthrough of the whole piece. I'll play the drum track as well so you can hear how it sounds in time. So for this playthrough I've taken the tempo down to 120 BPM, which I think might be a bit more doable for those of you with limited tremolo picking experience. So here we go. Feel free to play along with me. So there we have it. I hope this video and the previous one will help you to improve your tremolo picking technique. Remember, the backing track will be up on my website completely free. I don't want your email address. I'm not trying to sell you some ebook. I'm just putting the backing track up there out of the kindness of my own heart for you to play along to. So do check that out. And of course, the best thing I think you can do to work on tremolo picking, other than going through these 2 lessons obviously, is to learn some songs that are tremolo picking intensive. So a few things spring to mind. There's Mizzaloo track that I talked about in the previous video. Lots of surf tracks involve tremolo picking. I've looked at the tune Pipeline elsewhere on my channel. Lots of indie rock tracks. Radiohead Just is one that springs to mind. The end of that track has got loads of great tremolo picking. Metal, Kirk Hammett, Master of Puppets, that's brilliant. Or why not just go all out and learn Eruption by Van Halen? That's a brilliant example of tremolo picking in the middle of that piece of music. So whatever you do, have fun, and thank you for watching. I shall see you next time. Bye bye.